sleigh today. Normally we only train 2, so you guys are in for a special treat, or you're going to see me fumble my way through this talk. Either way, it'll be entertaining. So, yes, this is Wild Seas. This new enclosure has been around for about 3 years. It's pretty state-of-the-art, as you can see. Many different ways to view our beautiful seals. Now we have 4 of them here. We have 3 females, and they are Australian fur seals, and we have 1 male who's a sub-Antarctic fur seal. Now our keepers out here today, we have JB coming around the front, we have Mark over there on the right, and we have Ian right there on the back. Now, I think we're about to get away from Gordo. Now everyone please wave back. These seals are very egotistical. They like their attention. That was a really lackluster wave, guys. I know it's hot, but come on, if I can do it, you can do it. They're out there. Okay, so that was Gordo, and he was, of course, the only boy, the only sub-Antarctic fur seal. And then over there we have wonderful Tarwin. She's going to give you a wave. Wave back. Not getting it. Now, I'll give you a little bit of a story about how these guys came to be here. Now, Gordo over here, being a sub-Antarctic fur seal, he's not normally seen anywhere above the very southern tip of Tasmania, and that's because the water's nice and cold down there for him. But he was strangely found in Warrnambool. So we don't know how he got there, we don't know why he was there, but he was separated from his mum way too young to have learned the skills he needed to survive in the wild. So that's how he ended up here at Wild Seas. Now I know there is a 3rd seal up there, and I'm going to introduce her in a bit, because she sort of plays into this whole plot. You'll see what I mean. Now that's Tarwin. She's getting a nice tummy rub. Tarwin's she's our special seal. She's a bit strange. She's a bit of a space cadet, but there is a reason. Now she was found along the Tarwin River, hence her name, and she was found by a farmer, and he went out one morning to tend to his flock of sheep, and while he found his sheep, he also found Tarwin looking very confused, nibbling on some grass and hanging out. So he brought her to Melbourne Zoo. We spent some time fattening her up, getting her healthy again, and then sent her back out into the ocean. Now poor old Tarwin, special girl, she kept coming up to the shore and begging for food from fishermen. That sounds all very well and good, but if she did that to the wrong fisherman, I'm sure you can understand how that could be pretty detrimental for Tarwin. So it was felt in her best interest to come back here to Melbourne Zoo and spend her time with us. And it's a very good thing that she did, because it was found that she has epilepsy. So yes, seals can get epilepsy, very, very rarely, but that's kept under control with medication. And she's been a very happy seal here, and she's actually 14. Now that's pretty much the life expectancy for a seal in the wild. Now the reason that we do these training sessions, we do them several times a day, every day, and it's very important. Now you can see these guys, they're doing a bit of a behaviour right now called porpoising. And that's a natural behaviour that they do in the wild. And I don't know if anyone can guess why they would do that in the wild. It's actually to escape from predators. So it's a very energy efficient way for them to travel. And it's also excellent for distorting the surface of the water and changing direction mid-air. So they can buy valuable seconds to get away from things like sharks and killer whales, prolong their life out in the sea. Now, as I was saying, we do these training sessions several times a day, and that's to keep them nice and fit and healthy. We don't want them just sitting around and getting fat. It's also to do all over health checks. Now you saw the keepers before running their hands all along their fur, checking under their flippers, checking in their mouths, checking their teeth. Now we need to make sure that, because they're in captivity, it's our job to look after them, so we need to make sure that they've got a completely clean bill of health every single day. So we do those health checks, and then having good trust in the keepers is how we do those health checks really well. Now it's also because these guys are extremely intelligent. Now think of your smartest breeds of dogs, so like your border collies and things like that. Well, that's how smart these guys are. So you can imagine how bored and lonely your dog would get if you kept it locked up in the lounge room all day. Well, it's exactly the same as these seals. Now we also like to have these guys. Here in Melbourne Zoo, we're not a breeding facility, we actually house rehabilitated seals. So they've all come to us through unfortunate or unusual circumstances. And that's how I can come to introducing Silver up the back there, that big girl over there. Now she's 24, and she's been here for 23 years. And can you see that big massive scar on the back of her neck? Yeah, of course. Well, the way she got that is what Tarwyn is about to show you right now. So poor Tarwyn, everyone go, oh, that is awful. Oh, God. Oh, she's playing dead. It's too much. Yeah, so poor old Silver, who is about to give you her own demonstration, not to bring back any past demons. She was found at 8 months old with fishing net tangled around her neck, and it was tangled up so tight that it had actually got down to the vertebrae, or the bones in the neck. And she was having real difficulty breathing, so it was really, really lucky that she was found. Brought into Melbourne Zoo, 5 hours worth of surgery and about 6 months of rehabilitation. And at the end of that, she'd gotten so used to humans that it would have been very irresponsible of us to send her back into the wild. Now, we like to tell you about this because about 100,000 seals a year, so that's 100,000 seals a year, die from just this problem. So that's fishing net and fishing line in the water, which I think a lot of people are guilty of. And it's about 1 million seabirds. Now, that's every single year, which I'm sure you will agree, it's just not good enough. So here at Melbourne Zoo, we're always trying to combat these things that are endangering animals. We've also always got different campaigns going on. And this one is called Seal the Loop, as you can see on our little plastic bin down there. Now, we have Seal the Loop bins around, and Gordo and Tarwyn are going to show you what they want you to do. Round of applause. Now, I don't need to tell you what's the message we're trying to get across. What do we want you to do?
Plastic bottles in the bin.
Plastic bottles in the bin, aka recycling. Yes, we would like you to recycle. What's that, Tarwyn? What do we want you to do? Oh, we want you to recycle. So guys, any plastics that you have, and I mean any plastics, right up to Glad wrap, we have a special plastics bin over there. It's very clearly labelled. We want you to put it in there. Because what's going to happen is we're going to get all those plastics and we're going to melt them down. And we're going to make what's called Tangler bins. And they're handmade by a guy called John here in Melbourne. And we've installed them all along Port Phillip Bay. And now we're looking nationally. And who knows, hopefully one day we can look globally. Now what those Tangler bins are, and they're very recognised. Oh, look at this! Round of applause! Round of applause to this guy recycling his plastic bottle. It's fantastic. Audience participation. Excellent. So we're going to install those Tangler bins, and we want people to put their discarded and used fishing lines in these Tangler bins, because we really want to reduce those numbers, because we want to see these guys flourishing in the wild, as I'm sure you would. But now what's going to happen is the fun part, and it's called the audience participation part. And I know you guys look like you're really enthusiastic to do that. I don't care, I'm going to make you do it anyway. Now, we like to make a pledge here, because it's all very well me sort of barking instructions at you and say recycle, recycle, but I want you to remember it, I want you to absorb it. So we're going to make a pledge, so I want to see every single right hand in the air. And I'm not going to continue until I see every right hand in the air. You guys over there, you're watching as well, I know you can hear me. Yeah, good. All right, I would like you to repeat after me. I pledge on my day at the zoo, I will recycle all my plastics to help save the seals. Excellent. Now I want to know what Gordo thought about that. I've actually done a night course in speaking seal, and I'm pretty good. And what Gordo actually said was, I have no idea what they said. I don't speak human. Would you mind if you could get them to repeat after me? And I think we can do that. He's been putting on a pretty good show. Can we repeat after Gordo in seal? Yeah. Right hands in the air? Come on, if I have to do it, you have to do it. Gordo, tell us what you want us to say. I gotta tell ya, that was woeful. That was really, yeah, look, they're all horrified. Worst pledge ever. But I think I got my point across. I think we all got the point across. Seal the loop, recycle your plastics, help save the seals, help save the seabirds, help save marine life, and it makes for a better ocean, I think. So what we would like to do now is end on a bit of a high note. So these guys, you know, they're appreciative of you guys coming in the door. So I like to put on a bit of a show. Who's going to go first? Tarwin? All right. What we're going to do is we're going to give Tarwin a bit of a build-up. So after me, I want you to say 1, 2, 3, go Tarwin. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go Tarwin! So bad. Can we do it again? Ready? Yeah. 1, 2,
3, go Tarwin!
Give her a round of applause. Fantastic. Now, Gordo, being our only male, has also got an ego the size of a house. So he's never ever to be outdone. That's why he likes to go second. So Gordo, oh yes. Yeah, he's really excited about the jump. So we're going to count him in as well. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, go Gordo. And he's going to try and hit that ball for us as well. So ready? 1, 2, 3, go Gordo! Oh, never to be outdone. What a showman! That's fantastic. Thanks, guys. We got there in the end. And you can see Silver up there. She is a lot older than the others. As I was saying, she is 24. So we try not to get her to do the massive ball jump anymore, because I'm sure you wouldn't send your grandmother down there, you know, like, hit the ball, hit the target, Nana! So we make it a little bit easier on her these days. Now we have pretty much reached the end of our SEAL training demonstration. These do happen several times a day, but this is sort of the only one we do on display, and I'm sure you guys are relieved because I know that sun is a killer. I would like to thank you on behalf of Melbourne Zoo very much for thank you. Losing the power of speech is a really difficult thing in my line of work. I would like to thank you very much for coming into Melbourne Zoo today. We are a non-for-profit organisation and we are a conservation organisation. What that means essentially is we can't run if you don't come. So we rely on all of you guys to pay your way in here, keep us in amazing new state-of-the-art enclosures, keep these guys with full bellies, keep us with different conservation campaigns like Seal the Loop and Don't Palm Us Off, etc., etc. So thank you very much for your support. It's very much appreciated. These guys appreciate it. Now can I please get a big round of applause for our keepers? That's JV, Ian and Mark. And can I get an even bigger round of applause for Silver, Tarwin and Gordo? Not even one woo? Anyone? Yeah, there you go. Thank you. All right, fantastic guys. Thanks so much for your help, and please go and find some shade and ice creams. Oh, Gordo. Sorry, I didn't realise Gordo was still going. Give him a wave. Come on, Gordo. Alright, excellent guys. Just make sure that you don't rush up to the fence, because as you can see, JV is still working with Gordo there. We don't want to distract him and, you know, send him off into the stratosphere. But yeah, please enjoy the rest of your afternoon at Melbourne Zoo.